Now the talk test is a measurement that we use for monitoring exercise intensity. Now if I'm working with a client, a way that I can figure out how hard they're working is just by simply talking to them. And when I'm talking to them, I listen to their responses and I observe them and I get an idea of how hard they're working. And it generally gives me an indication of three scales, we can call it. Low intensity, moderate intensity, or vigorous intensity. So if I'm talking to one of my clients and they're chatting away to me, without having to take breaths, that's low intensity, isn't it? Now for warming up, cooling down, recoveries between intervals perhaps, that's absolutely fine. For a complete beginner that has been sedentary for a long time, and all we're trying to really do at the moment is develop the exercise habit, that's fine. Just let them enjoy it. Just as long as they're active and they're moving, great. Now let's say I'm talking to them and they're starting to sound a bit more breathless. They can talk to you, but they're having to take sort of regular breaths. That's a moderate intensity exercise. So that, if you're brisk walking, you're going to noticeably find that your heart rate's going up, your breathing rate's going up, and if you're chatting to the person next to you, you'll both be quite conscious of the other person's breathing. It's that sort of intensity. Now, if you're talking to the person and they're really struggling to keep up a conversation with you and they can't really talk to you and they'd rather not be talking to you, and actually you're probably getting on their nerves because you're trying to talk to them and they can't really respond, that's vigorous intensity. So the talk test is a brilliant way to measure or monitor exercise intensity. It's free, doesn't cost any money, it doesn't require any equipment. It encourages dialogue between you and your client. The downside is, I guess, it's not overly precise. It gives you just 3 measurements: low intensity, moderate intensity, vigorous intensity. However, it's certainly good enough. It's great for your new clients.